4 years ago, when I did a documentary on some tech startups and tech practitioners right here in Enugu, a lot of people were surprised at the number of tech practitioners here. But little did we know that those people I interviewed or profiled at that time were just like the tip of the iceberg to what the city of Enugu would be turning into. You're welcome back to my channel. Of course, this is Vera, your front row ticket to everything happening in Enugu, the coal city. So, in line with the techies, when you talk of Enugu, a lot of people think of, oh, the civil servant state, oh, the slow state, oh, the upper-eating state. Nobody thinks of it in the light of technology, in the light of ICT, in the light of services, the things that it is capable of. So, and that was why it was a huge surprise to people when I shot the first documentary on the game changers when it came to tech innovation and applications in Nigeria or Africa as a whole. Fast forward to this year, the Enugu State Governor Peter Mba, and a couple of young minds in Enugu put together something called the Enugu Tech Fest. And when we saw it out, a lot of people were hesitant to what would become of that, or what were they hoping to achieve. Like I said, people saw the city in a different light. They hoped it to be something else. It could be a better festival. It could be anything else but a tech fest. With doggedness, perseverance, and grit, they kept pushing, and the tech fest eventually happened. And like I told you, I am your front row ticket or seat to everything Enugu. I am here to give you a breakdown of what happened at the Tech Fest. And the Tech Fest was so big, it saw the likes of the Minister of Digital Economy, Minister of Science and Tech, then the state commissioners, Obi Kubana, Xenox, and a host of other people. Would I say the bigger game players in the tech field and tech industry when it comes to business and tech, they were all there for the 3 days. It was packed with a lot of activities, the speech session, the panel conversation, the trainings, like a masterclass bootcamp kind of thing happened. And of course, the major focus of this video is the marketplace. So the marketplace at this fest was a place where startups and brands were to exhibit what they have done. So if you're a tech startup and you have an application or something new you want to showcase, the marketplace was a great place for you to do that. And of course, I went in there to take a look at these people so that the world at large will take a look and see what they are doing, what they've done for themselves, and where they are going. And who knows, a couple of 2 angel investors could come out of this video to support these brilliant minds doing things from Enugu. So without further ado, let's get right into the video and check out the top 10 tech startups that were present at Enugu Tech Fest. And 9 out of these people are residents here. We just have one startup featured here that came in from outside of Enugu, but looking to break into Southeast through Enugu being priority, okay? So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 1 on my list is Cookies. Cookies is a startup that was built for adults, for the single, for the married, for the healthy, and even for anybody trying to experience something new. Because you would agree with me, some of the major challenges we face as people, whether you're male or female, is the fact that when it comes to eating, we are almost always clueless. I don't know what to eat. You hear husband asking wife, honey, what are we eating today? You hear the wife asking husband, honey, what do you want to eat? And sometimes the children are not even left out there, asked what are they going to eat and all that, trying to find inspiration and all that. And that is what inspired Cookies. So Cookies is an application that gives you different recipes. So if you're on a budget, if you're on a healthy or strict thing, or if you're just looking for something that is easily accessible within your location, but you want like a meal plan kind of thing, Cookies is that place where you should be. And these are what the founders have to say about it.
I'm Zini, the product marketer for Cookies. Okay, so this app is a cooking app. It's going to make anything in your kitchen easy. So we have cool features in this app. We have the AI planner and we have sous chef. Now let me tell you about AI planner. So AI planner is going to ask for your body goal. Let's say you want to lose weight, and or let's say you want to bulk up in protein, you want to eat more protein. So you tell the AI planner that you want more protein and you want to eat basically Nigerian foods with a lot of protein. The AI planner is going to generate recipes for you for 1 month, your breakfast, your lunch and dinner. Then sous chef is going to maximize whatever ingredients you have in your kitchen. Let's say you have yam, you have red oil. You have red oil. So sous chef is going to generate a recipe for you that you've never made. Or let's say it's generate yam porridge. You can tell it, aside from yam porridge or yamarita, generate a recipe I can make with just yam, and it to give it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, moving away from cookies, the next startup that was interesting was Arelo. Arelo is something I know a lot of you watching me would find very helpful. And I say that because, we've heard stories of people who come home to say, oh, I sent millions of naira, and with the hope that I would have a building, a mansion, a property, something back home. And it turned out that the person I trusted the most scammed me. And these people are sometimes relatives, some are friends, some are like people who paraded themselves as legitimate sources online or wherever. And sorry about that. Cutting away millions of naira or dollars that you've made from wherever. So what Arelo is doing, Arelo is standing in the gap of connecting diasporans with legitimate, authorized, and authenticated, tested and trusted vendors, suppliers, engineers, whatever it is that is in the real estate or development niche. So that is what Arelo is. However, you have to hear from the horse's mouth.
Hey, my name is Ijoma and I am representing Alo Homes. I'm one of the staffs there. Alo Homes is not just a real estate company, we're a real estate company with a difference. We also have an app. You can get it on Google Play and Apple Store also. And on the app, you get to list and buy properties. We are connecting buyers, realtors, developers, everybody on one smart platform. We're making things easier for everybody, especially for those in diaspora that can't come down to Nigeria to buy houses, or like escaping the scams with agents and the rest. We vet each houses that are listed on our app and also the agents that are also listing them. And then you just have to go browse through the properties on the app and then connect with the agent that listed the property. Chat with them. If it's to your liking, you make your purchase. It's just very, very easy.
Now, moving away from Arelo, the next brand is Ninth Marketplace. Ninth Marketplace is, it's a brand I saw, and what came to my mind the first time was Ninth Mile. Is this Ninth Mile? But they're not Ninth Mile. They're actually Ninth Marketplace, and what they are doing is to help ease the burden of looking for suppliers or dealers of a particular thing, or these brands looking for buyers. And believe you me, I have encountered this before. There are things I would want to buy in Enugu. For some reason, I would not see it, or I would not know the people that get it. And I also get sort of requests from this channel, people asking me to link them up with things or places where they can buy this or buy that or buy that. And the greatest assets we have right now is information. And if you do not have the right information, we are literally living under the rock, because nothing is going to work out as easy as you want it. And I'm sorry, sometimes we order things from outside of Enugu or even outside of this region, something that is at our backyard, but because we don't know that person has that thing, or that person does not know that I'm looking for what he or she has, the person is probably crying, oh, bad business, while I'm looking for what he or she has. So Night Marketplace is like a community for buyers and sellers to meet and exchange value for money. Okay, but the founders would explain better.
My name is Emeka, and I work for the Ninth Marketplace. So the company is called Ninth Tech. So what we usually do is an e-commerce app where vendors, buyers, customers come on the platform to buy products and services. Let me repeat that again. Are you a vendor? You're a customer? You're a real estate agent? You have services to offer? You can come on the Ninth Marketplace app or web to sell your services. You understand? So it's very easy to register. Very, very easy. All we just need is your phone number, your email address, and that's all, and we register you. So if you're a real estate agent, if you're a vendor, if you're a customer, or you want to build a house, you can see your construction materials there at a cheap price, very, very cheap. So that's what we usually do, first of all.
Now, moving away from Marketplace, the next is Grid Ape by Dera Pays. So Dera Pays is, I had some sort of sentiment towards them because of the Igbo name. They have Dera, which is like from Chidera, what God has written or when God writes. And Dera Pays is coming in as a utility bill app that helps you with your utility bills. You want to pay for these, water, light, card, transfers, everything you want to do is with Dera Pays. And of course, this is what I had to say.
So, my name is Henry Ezanim, and I'm the founder of Grid Ape. Grid Ape is an email marketing platform that helps you automate your email sendings, reach out to your customers via email with great features like AI, analytics, and some other things, features that the app. So you can make use of Grid Ape for multiple things. You can create forms on Grid Ape that you can use to accept emails from your customers. You can also create landing pages, right? So there's so many features packed in Grid Ape, and even more to come. So that's what we are exhibiting here today, and we're also exhibiting Dera Pay, which is a bill payment platform. It's an app where you can purchase airtime, data, you can pay your electricity bill, cable TV, and the rest of them. So that's what Dera Pay does, and it's available on Apple Store and Android Play Store. Thank you.
All right. So now moving away from Dera Pays, the next startup is Asset Chain. So what Asset Chain is it's actually for developers, right? It's for people who are in the tech industry. So what I've done is to build a layer 1 blockchain for their fellow developers to help them build other things. So if you're a tech person, you'd understand all of this. However, if you're very much interested, this is what the founders have to say.
I lead developer relations for Asset Chain. So Asset Chain is a layer 1 blockchain that we are building for developers, right? So it's EVM compatible, meaning that you can also use the same technologies that you use on Ethereum. So like the wallets, the Solidity language. It also has its own consensus mechanism and everything. So it's basically a layer 1 blockchain that we are building for developers to be able to build, blockchain products on top. So currently we also support, different applications like, we have products like BlockRadar already building on top of our chain. We have assets like CNGN. They recently, regulated like cryptocurrency that was deployed in Nigeria. We have it building on our chain. We also have games that are building on our chain. We have like people that are trying to build products that allow people to invest in assets, like tokenized assets on chain. We also have them building on our blockchain.
Moving away from Asset Chain, the next is Atwere Coding Academy. So like I said before, a lot of master classes, a lot of trainings were done at this fest. And a lot of people left with high hopes. A lot of people left with excitement. People who were more interested in technology. They wanted to build things. They wanted to be part of this thing that looks like the new oil well. However, all of those excitements are good. But what happens when you don't have a proper person or a guide to hold your hands and put you through? So that is where Atwere Coding Academy comes in. So what I do is they offer training in tech and tech related matters, and of course the founders have something to say about their services.
I'm a student of Atwere Coding Academy. I recently graduated from data analysis class. So Atwere Coding Academy is an academy where we offer different courses, different tech courses, data analysis, front end, back end development. You can name it. We do AI, machine learning, and this just name just a few of them. So over here we are offering like a 50% scholarship. That's 100K for any course you want to learn, and it's going to last for 3 months. So we're calling to you, we're reaching out to you. If you're interested, just reach out to us, www.atwerecodingacademy.com. Thank you.
Moving away from the Coding Academy, the next is Risevest. So Risevest is an application for money, exchange, and all that. But like I mentioned earlier, Risevest is the only startup here that is not rooted in Enugu or coming from Enugu. They are currently outside of the region, but they want to break into the region, starting off from Enugu. And as usual, let's see what they have to say and why we should pay close attention to them.
We are a company, an investment company that connects Africans to the best wealth creating opportunities, from US real estate to stocks to fixed income to even Naira investments. Again, like I said, our mission is to help people build wealth that will last them for generations. And for US stocks, we have US companies in our portfolio like Nvidia, Hims and Hers, and Google, Microsoft, Apple, and a couple of others. For our US real estate, we basically have properties over there in the US that allow users to invest, like you crowdfund and then users invest. You can also outrightly own properties over there in the US. We also have fixed income, and all of our returns are very competitive. For instance, our real estate returns between 13 to 15% per annum in USD. Our fixed income for very conservative investors returns 10% per annum. Then you have our Naira investments, like I said earlier, which returns between 18 to 25% interest per annum in Naira. Yes, this is why we are here. We're trying to establish our footing in the southeast. We're gradually expanding from Lagos to Abuja to Port Harcourt to Uyo, and now to Enugu, maybe sometime Owerri, then Anambra, and the whole of Nigeria and the whole of Africa. Our goal again is to help Nigerians and Africans at large to build wealth that will last them for generations. Like, you do not have to think about your children or their children. Just build wealth, and then you can retire, rest, and be assured that Risevest is there to help you grow your wealth.
All right, so the next startup is a startup that is very dear to business ideators. I mean, people who have ideas all the time. I mean, we all do have ideas, but over here at Zentras Technologies, they're helping you with your ideas back to life. But as always, I think they have something good to offer and to explain the services better and how you can benefit from that. Let's hear them.
Founder at Zentras Technologies. So Zentras helps Africans and businesses to optimize the supply chain for their operations and whatever they need. So some of our features or some of the things we have in stock here are inventory management for businesses, warehouse management as well. We have a product that covers payments, integrations as well. So what this does for businesses is it helps them manage their inventories, multiple locations and warehouses that we have. They collect payments. We have a point of sale system as well that helps them collect payments from their customers. Debt management as well, and obviously this has role management for their staff and to work for them.
I'm moving away from that. The next is Brain Capital, and just like the name, they are offering services that works. I mean, I could say that they are like an artificial intelligence company, because they function just like the brain, helping to provide solution to almost every problems that you may have. I mean, so let's hear what the founders were thinking when they developed their application.
And Brain Capital is basically a company or an incorporation that deals with, we have 6-point agenda. The first is we are a global delivery center. As a global delivery center, we get jobs related with AI, data science, and machine learning around the world, where we deliver on them and then send back to customers. And also, we have our training arm that deals with teaching people around artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then cloud computing. Yeah, so that's just the summary of what we do. Thank you.
All right, guys, and that is that. We've come to the end of today's edition, and I hope you enjoyed what they were doing. Like I earlier said, what I did 4 years ago was just the tip of the iceberg, and what these guys are doing, I believe in coming years would also be described as the tip of the iceberg. So Enugu is a city where you should be on the lookout for great things, and I'm grateful for the current governor with what he's doing, trying to lift the city to where it ought to be. And the young people here are also doing a lot of good works on their own, and I hope we all get the support that we want. So that is that. Is there any brand or any startup that you're interested either for funding, partnership, or even patronage? Let me know in the comment section, and of course I'll link you up with them. And until next time, do have a lovely time. Remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video, drop your comments, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.